Sorry about the interruption, but now we're back. Just to let you all know, if you would like a private reading, all of my details are below. You can email me at taywilmotc as in cat @gmail.com. And we can arrange to have a private meeting over Skype or Facebook or whatever medium we can figure out. And I'd be happy to do that. I work very well with people on a one-to-one level. So if you're interested in that, just give me a try. And I'll let you know what my times are and what my prices are, and we can get started on that. But for now, we are moving in to the sign of Sagittarius. My favorite centaur. So Sagittarius, we are aware that you just had a new moon, solar eclipse, in your 9th house, which is the house of spirituality, education, travel. So perhaps you're thinking of new plans for new things you want to study, new places you want to go, new people you want to meet, new teachers, new gurus. Just kidding, because when it comes to gurus, I think everyone should be extremely cautious. But teachers, cool. But just remember to always listen to your inner guidance. Don't take any advice from a teacher or a guru at face value. Check in with yourself. How does it feel for you? Nobody can dictate to you how you should live your life except for you, right? So Sagittarius. And then you just had a full moon eclipse in your 3rd house, was it? So you might have just graduated some kind of association or community. Maybe you just got licensed in something. You're probably done talking to certain people. Maybe you moved to a different neighborhood. Or maybe you're planning on it. Maybe you're just sick of your neighbors. I've been there before, so I can definitely understand that. But again, so we're doing 3 cards. Past, present, future. So let's look at your past, Sagittarius people. Your Sagittarius past. What happened in the past for Sagittarians? Cool. What's going on in your present? So I'm seeing, Sagittarius, that you were feeling quite prosperous in your past. Independent, comfortable with yourself. And in your present, you have the Ace of Swords. And what about your future? What about your future, Sagittarius? Wow. All right. Jeez. think in the past, Sagittarius, perhaps you were spending a lot of time outdoors connecting with your pets or animals. Looking really good and attractive to many people. You have the Nine of Pentacles. And that bird is really sticking out to me while I look at this. It's almost like, okay, I'm hearing birds of a feather flock together. And you just had that that lunar eclipse in your third house. So it's like maybe there was a community that you were really connected to and you kind of decided to go it alone for a while and explore things on your own, explore new belief systems and new ideas, and doing a lot of studying personally, meditation, reflection. And in your present moment, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I'm feeling like this might have something to do with dropping the ball on a group that you no longer feel resonates with you. Yeah. Information that no longer resonates with you. It's like you're just kind of like, yeah, get it out of here. It doesn't work anymore for me. And that's perfectly fine. But it's not like there's a new beginning yet. It's, I'm getting that there might be some confusion with you right now about what direction you do want to take. And you feel like you need to have clarity before you can continue to pursue whatever interests you're interested in. Because in your future, you have the Six of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So I feel like there's some emotional stuff that you're trying to work through regarding some things, some community that didn't feel right in the past, and you're trying to figure out, well, what was it about that community in the past that didn't really work for me? It's like an ending that is happening now. Tell me more about this Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like, okay, so the Eight of Wands came up. What I'm feeling about this is there's some communication that's coming through to you very swiftly. If you're a woman, it is a man. Perhaps who has some very overt sexual intentions towards you without feelings to back it up. It's like he wants to get together, but you're kind of not feeling it anymore, and you have new ideas and things that you want to cultivate in your life. Yeah, and it's not jiving with you. You're kind of like, you're done, and you're kind of just not accepting phone calls, perhaps, or messages from this person. And you're trying to move on and seek out something new that is going to work for you better in the long run. But no decisions have really been made yet. And it's like you can't make the decisions yet because there's a lot of options on the table. There's just too many, and there's too much confusion in the air to choose from right now. So you're kind of just weighing your options at the moment, which is cool. I think there's something about you wanting to get rid of old habits. I'm hearing old habits die hard. So it's like you want to get rid of things that aren't making you feel good. You know, you have these things in your life, these commitments and obligations to certain people that are not making you feel very satisfied in your life, very good, very taken care of. So you're trying to figure out what to drop and who to drop so that you can move on to better things that are going to make you feel more satisfied and more taken care of and more emotionally fulfilled. What is Sagittarius looking for? Okay. Lovers. So you're looking for something that's going to be bring you passion and intrigue. You don't want to feel obligated to talk or hang out with someone. You want to feel stirred in your soul. You want to feel intrigued. You want to feel sexy and passionate and fiery because you are a fire sign. And it's like there hasn't been a lot of that for you in the past. In the past, you were kind of focused on material things, and you're kind of sick of that now. You kind of want something that's going to be more emotionally satisfying, something you could just taste and smell, and that is going to enliven you and, you know, get the juices flowing. So that's great, Sag. You know, let us know what you decide on. Okay, so now we're going to move on. To Scorpio. My 8th house friend. Scorpio. Now, Scorpio and we have always had a bit of a thing. Like, my father, my grandmother on my mom's side, my uncle, my stepmother, all Scorpios. And Scorpios have always been the people in my life that have always kind of like splashed the water in my Leo face when I'm feeling like excited. So, but I do love Scorpios. I have a very tender place in my heart for Scorpios. So Scorpios. The new moon eclipse is happening in your 10th house, I believe. And the lunar eclipse happened in your 4th house. Wow. So you probably had an ending in regards to your home. Maybe it's time for you to move, or you already did move. Or maybe somebody else moved out of your house. Could be that too. Scorpio, why aren't you coming through? Scorpio. Scorpio. What is going on with you? Scorpio. I don't know why Scorpio isn't coming through, so let's get some music in here. My Pluto brethren. Scorpio. What's going on, Scorpio? What happened to you in the past, Scorpio? Okay. What's going on with you in the present moment, Scorpio? My Scorpios. My Scorpios. What's going on with you in the present moment? Oh my gosh. Oh, one of my brothers is Scorpio too. Okay. And in the future. And I've always had Scorpio friends too. But they come and go. They don't really stick around with me. Your future. Oh. Great. Scorpio. Scorpio babies. Okay. In your past, you have the Queen of Cups, and this is you. It seems like you guys have been really in touch with your intuitive abilities and really paying attention to your gut feelings. It's like you are on to someone. Maybe there was a person close to you that you weren't really sure about them. You felt like they were up to something. But it's also like it was a very close person. To you in the past, and you have it stirred up a lot of feelings for you about who you can trust and your worth, And I feel that, you are really feeling confident in yourself now. Um, and there was like a process in getting to this point where you just had to like let certain things go with people who you felt weren't there for you. And in the present, you have justice. So I'm feeling like you're laying down the smackdown. You're cutting ties with people who you were like sniffing it out, like who's doing that over there, and who's up to something, and you kind of sniffed it out, and you like took care of your own feelings, and you were like, I'm not gonna depend on others to make me feel better. I'm gonna make myself feel better, and I'm gonna get rid of the people who don't make me feel better, who don't pay any mind to my feelings. And also there's like a sense of like a spiritual journey, looking into what you believe in and what feels right to you. And you might even be making money with your intuitive gifts. I feel this particularly with like Scorpio rising people. Perhaps you're doing psychic readings for other people. And you're well respected in your craft, for sure. This Justice card here. Let's see, what does this mean? What is justice meaning for Scorpio in the present? Justice. What is this about? Wow. Okay. Death, Eight of Pentacles, and Nine of Wands, the Wounded Healer. Yeah, I feel like you definitely cut ties with probably maybe even a whole organization of people who you just knew were not there for you and were not doing you any favors, but they were like lying to you and telling you otherwise, like pretending like they really cared, but you knew they didn't. Like, it was like, you were like, why are you so stupid? How can you like think that I don't know what you're up to? Like, you were that with it. You were like, come on, like, really? And you walked away. You're walking away now. You're just like, and it's like you're processing things on both an emotional and intellectual level to really make, like, stabilize your decision in leaving behind these people who just are not good for you. And it's almost like it's a group of people. I don't feel like it's just one person. And it's like it's a group of people that are involved in your foundation. Like, these people taught you things in the past. They knew you when you were young. It's like what your beliefs were based on for the longest time. I'm feeling like a paternal figure here too. Like this is what Dad told me. And you're realizing like, I think Dad was wrong, or I think he was wrong, or they were wrong. And it's not that I think they were wrong. I know they were wrong. Like on a feeling level in my heart, I know that they were wrong for me. I know that they were wrong in their beliefs that they shoved down my throat. Like they shoved these beliefs in my throat, and now I'm like getting rid of it. And I feel like you're also feeling quite tender about it, like sensitive and weary about getting involved with anyone new, because you don't want to attract people like this anymore. So you want to make sure you feel good about the people that that you bring in next time, right? You don't want to make the same mistakes. And this is big. Like, this has been a part of your life for a long time. And you kind of came into your power, into your own confidence, into your own like maturity in adulthood. Or your middle age, or whatever. It seems like no matter how old you are, it's like you're coming to a new level of power, and you're owning that power for sure. And it's like these people don't even know what to say, where to start. They're kind of like shocked that you were so slick and quick and sharp in seeing what they were up to. And it's almost like even now, like certain people are trying to convince you to still take them back in, or accept them, or put your differences aside. You don't have to. You really don't. You can just, and you know, here I am. Scorpio's like, I already know that. What's your point? Right? So, yeah, that's kind of where you are now. And in the future, you have the Lovers. So you're about to make a really intense decision. A decision from a passionate place. Like, where do you want to go? Where are you called to go? This is big for you, and you are not messing around with any nonsense anymore. And I feel like there's also a sense of romance here. Like you want to have a romantic, loving relationship in your life, and you are affirming that. And if you don't already have a partner, you're going to probably meet someone quite soon into the future who is really going to be a passionate person in your life. If you already are with someone, you guys are just going to be even more stable and affirming to each other than you ever were before. Yeah. I feel like you guys probably already are with someone now, who you maybe met in the springtime. But not necessarily. Perhaps even in the springtime, you made decisions about what you wanted in the future, and you were no longer going to settle for crap. It's like you're done with that. You're not settling. You're not settling, Scorpio. You're done with all that. Um, and you're gonna do some. You're working hard on, really mending your heart, because it feels like whatever crap took place, it it really it not only irritated you, but it really hurt your heart, because I think you put a lot of trust in this organization or this person or authority figure, and they really let you down. And you're putting up, you're making new processes and ways of approaching new organizations and new people so that you aren't put in this position again. And I feel like you want to be the authority in the future of you in your life, and also you feel like you could bring something really valuable to the table of the collective humanity. You might even create your own organization that is meant to serve and help others. Have a equal give and take relationship in the organization that you want to create. It's like you don't want this hierarchy stuff anymore. You want to make it equal for everyone. If it's an organization you want to create, or some kind of school or workplace environment, you don't want these hierarchies. You want everyone to be respected on an equal level, but you also want everyone to bring something to the table. Anything else about the Lovers here? Huh. Okay, so the Fool in reverse just came up. Why is the Fool in reverse here? Okay. Ten of Cups. Alright, so what I'm feeling about this is you might need to take some risks that are uncomfortable for you to get to the place that you want to be, which is harmony and balance in your family and work life. But it's like you might be blocking it a bit out of some fear, which totally it's fine. I've been there too. I don't feel like this is a permanent thing. I feel like it's just like it's a bit of a slowdown for you, perhaps because of the planetary situations at the moment. There's a lot of retrograde action and just a lot of slowdown and like, wait a second, what is this type of feeling? What I would say to you is to follow your heart and follow your gut. You don't really need to focus so much on your intellectualization of any of these matters, because you already learned in the past that your gut and your heart speak to you on a very profound level, probably in a more powerful way than many other people. So, you've been working on this for a long time. You continue to work on it. So, Um, don't worry. And it's like you're almost creating a new paradigm now. Well, in the future, you're going to be creating a new paradigm um, shift in your organization or and in your personal life. It's like you're creating something totally new um, that is going to assist people on a very profound and like equal level, where it's not like we're gonna have a guru or a teacher above other people. We're not do. It's like you're done with that crap. You want people to meet each other on the same plane, which is amazing. I'm really excited to see what Scorpio provides us as a collective, because it seems like you guys have been really working on that, like looking at the collective scope of things, trying to see what is going to work for the majority of people out there rather than the minority of people out there. And I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about like, it's almost like a sense of like emotional care, healthcare type thing. Maybe holistic healthcare. Yeah, taking in the whole framework together, not just focusing on this and this and this and these little things over here. And it's like you're anti-pathologizing people. If you're like in the psychology field or the healthcare field, you're just kind of like, what? No. This is not working. Or if you're a scientist, you're like, what is this? Like, you're focusing on trivial matters. Like, it's time to open science up to a more, full-bodied framework. It's like you really want to create a change in the collective belief system and atmosphere. But I also feel like with this Fool in reverse and Ten of Cups, it's like do you want to stick with what you already know and what's comfortable for you, or do you want to branch out and try something new? I think you guys could benefit from opening up in the future to something a bit out of your comfort zone. Of course, pay attention to your feelings about it. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do, but Scorpio already knows that, so but yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I'm kind of getting very long here with Scorpio. But Scorpio, I feel like you're going to be doing some really cool stuff really soon. Okay. Now onto the sign of Libra. Okay, Libra, what's going on with you? My Libras? Libra? Libra. What's going on with Libra? Libra, what's going on with you in the past? What happened, Libra? What happened, Libra? What happened? Oh, jeez. Okay, you don't want this anymore. You want Libra. What happened? Pooh. Okay, you got the 9 of Wands coming up here in the past. Anything else? Holy cow, Libra. Jeez, what happened to you? And what in the past and the present? What happened in the present now? Libra, what's going on now? What's going on right now, Libra? Anything else about this, Libra? Oh, Libra, what's going on? What about your final future? What's going on in the future for Libras? What's happening? Spirit guides, spirit team, what's going on with Libra in the future? Shit. I don't know why this is coming for Libra. Okay. So. Libra, the solar eclipse just happened in your 11th house. So this is your house of friendships, communities, wish fulfillment. And there is a lunar eclipse in your Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius. In your 5th house. Okay. So that's your fun and your romance and your children and your passions and your creativity. With the 9 of Wands here in your past, you had a clarification of the 3 of Cups in reverse. Shit. This here. So it's easier for me now that you're all charged up. Okay, Libra, what happened? It seems like you were feeling really bent out of shape about a third-party situation. Man. I feel like it's in your home life, Libra. Libra risings especially, like. I feel like that full moon in Capricorn back in June. It's also where Saturn is. And Pluto. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So. I don't feel like you guys were feeling very safe or content with a group of people that were very close to you. Seems like there was a lot of trash talking and bullshit going on too. I don't know if you were the one doing it or if another person was the one doing it, but somebody was being super defensive, and I feel like somebody was triggered, like, which was causing maybe some of this negative behavior. Like someone was triggered by something, was kind of acting out old paradigm stuff, which is fine because that's kind of how we heal from things. So it totally makes sense, especially with Pluto, the destroyer, involved in the home front. It's like, even if you don't want it to end, it's gonna end. It's like, it doesn't matter. But I also feel like this could be a romantic situation where the person you are messing around with was messing around with someone else and perhaps wasn't telling you. I'm feeling that especially for a Libra rising people. Someone was screwing around, not being honest about it. If you are a Libra rising woman, it's like, and you're straight, maybe there was a man doing that to you. If you're a Libra rising man, maybe you were doing that to a woman and you're straight. And if you're, gay, shit, it could have been anyone. I mean, this is crazy. It feels like there's a lot of feelings too, really sad feelings, like disappointment, like, oh man, like vulnerability, and it's like, did you take this person back? Because in your present, you got the High Priestess in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. That's like a fundamental, not listening to your gut, not listening to your heart, not moving on. Attached to something. Just, you're, I don't want it to let it go. I don't want to let it go. Because it hurts so bad. It's like you were really wishing and hoping that it was going to be unfold into something really special and deep and like satiating. If this was a relationship, which I feel like it could be. And it didn't turn out to be that way. And you cannot let it go right now. You're just, it's like, you're kind of sad. But at the same time, I'm feeling like there's a lack of trust here. Somebody's keeping some secrets. I don't feel like it's you keeping secrets. I feel like somebody else close to you is keeping some secrets. And you're not aware of it at the moment. And it's like, as soon as you become aware of it, you could walk away, but But at this point, since you're not aware, you don't have anything to walk away based on. Shit. I don't like it. And then in your future, you have the Three of Swords and the Chariot. So I feel like in the future, you're about to get some heartbreak. I'm sorry about that. Oh, man. And then you have the Chariot, so you are, in the future, whatever this is, you are swiftly moving on from it. You're gonna make up your mind and you're gonna ditch it pretty quickly in the future. And I feel like this has to do with 3 people. Is this a home situation? Is it roommates? Yeah, it doesn't feel entirely romantic, but it could be for sure. It could be friends that turned out to not be so supportive of you. But there's also something karmic about this, like with the Chariot, especially in the High Priestess, like, oh, I'm not saying you deserve it, but it's like you may not be entirely innocent in this picture either. Like, you weren't listening to your gut or your heart through this, and you were just kind of going through the emotions, hoping for the best, but also knowing that this is not good for you anymore. Yeah, like, you knew that this wasn't good for you, but you just kept doing it out of some, like, emotional attachment to something or someone, and it went beyond reason and beyond your sense of knowing. But I feel like when the sun passes over your 12th house in September, you're going to do a lot of soul searching, and you're going to be able to do some shadow work and really come to terms with the problems with the situation and where you may have gone wrong and also where you've gone right, and really owning both sides of it. So owning your shadow side and your not shadow and your light side. So it's like recognizing, yes, I made some mistakes here, but also I'm ready to move on from this. I feel like apologies are in order. I'm not sure who's apologizing to who. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's somebody apologizing to you. But where everybody's apologizing to everybody, it's like there's 3 people and all 3 know that this has gone horribly, horribly wrong. And it's time to get this resolved. But it feels really sad. I'm really sorry. Jeez. Whew. Jeez. Man, I'm sorry, Libra. Whew. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Libra. That's not good. It's not very nice. But it seems like you're determined in the end to make it right and to march forth and conquer. So whatever this is, it's like it's meant to happen, and it's meant to teach you a really valuable lesson that will be with you for the rest of your life. So good luck to you, Libra. So with that, I'm going to leave this portion of the video there. And I'm going to make my next video with Virgo, Leo, and Cancer. So I will talk to you all very soon. Until then.